Welcome to the newest gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Lawson Bet Soccer. Everyone knows I've been tearing apart the NFL for 3-4 years. I always post soccer on Patreon. We've won a lot of money. Let's get this channel going. Let's get this money flowing. First match of round 26. We got Leeds United at Chelsea. I know everyone probably wants to bet Chelsea to win here. They eventually got to get a win, right? I'm not going that. Plus, the odds aren't too great in your favor if you bet that. But the bet I like in this game is under 2.5 goals. Leeds United, they're going to play defensive. Everyone's going to be back behind the ball. They don't have anyone playing good. Brentford's looked absolutely terrible this year. Chelsea looks terrible this year in the attacking third. Maybe they go with Aubameyang. Maybe that sparks something. I'm not too optimistic about it. This Chelsea team looks absolutely hapless, getting pounded by Tottenham last week. I just don't see how they get enough verb and energy to get goals. I'm not seeing it. Maybe at most they get one. Maybe they win 1-0. That's why I absolutely love the under 2.5 goals. This one is almost automatic, like the Southampton Leeds one I posted last week on Patreon. Next match, we got Newcastle United at Manchester City. I don't like the odds on it. I don't like the angles. I'm going Manchester City to win. Not a big payout. Last week, we bet Man City on the Asian handicap against Bournemouth. But I'm not seeing how that really benefits us here, because one thing about Newcastle is they defend extremely well. And we have seen Man City struggle a little bit at times this year. I'm just not big on betting this game. I'm not seeing an angle. I'm going Man City to win, but I will not be touching this one. Next game, we got West Ham United at Brighton. Money. I got Brighton to win. Yes, we saw the odds work against us this week as it went on, but I got Brighton to win. I'm also kind of interested in the minus 2.5 goals. Let me go into this. Firstly, I think West Ham United is terrible, and I don't think they've been getting enough flack. I don't think there's been enough talk about them being relegated. I'm not buying into that win last week against Forest. It didn't answer any of my problems with this team. This West Ham team lacks creativity. They seem to go 5 at the back every match. Well, if you do that against Brighton might have 80% possession without exaggeration. And outside of Man City, outside of Arsenal, who creates more chances in this league than Brighton? I can't name a team. They've been struggling a little bit finishing-wise, but I think they'll be able to get a goal, and they're going to create 12 to 15 chances. I just don't see a lot of fight in this West Ham team. Paqueta's been bad this year. They're relying on Bowen. I mean, when you got to rely on Bowen to be creative, to get goals, I mean, that's just not a good road you want to go down. Brighton to win, and I really like the under 2.5 goals this game. I don't see West Ham getting on the board, and like I said, Brighton will miss a lot of clear scoring chances. This is the money pick of the week. Next game, we got Bournemouth at Arsenal. I got Arsenal to win, but similar to Man City game, I just don't see the imperative to bet this. Like, if you wanted to bet Arsenal Asian handicap to win by more than 1.5 goals, that's fine, but the odds aren't even all that great on that. And we've seen Bournemouth pull surprises, especially the last 5 to 6 weeks. They've actually been playing pretty decent, getting good counterattacks going. I'm not touching this one. I mean, you could add Arsenal to a parlay, but this isn't enough for us to sink our teeth in. Arsenal to win. Next game, we got Crystal Palace, Zaha, at Aston Villa. I got Aston Villa to win. I absolutely love this. And I mentioned Zaha in the introduction because he's not going to play. And it's funny, man. On the internet, I've seen a lot of Crystal Palace fans say, we don't need Wilfred Zaha. He can go in the offseason. We've gotten all we need out of him. No, you can't. I don't know if there's a worse team in terms of creating chances, in terms of finishing in this league than Crystal Palace. And Aston Villa, like, man, I understand. They've been leaking goals like crazy. And when you're giving up 4 goals to Leicester, you can't really defend it. But they've been creating chances for fun. Crystal Palace is going to sit back. I mean, is Sloop going to be able to create chances for Crystal Palace? Could you guys imagine Mateta actually scoring a goal for Crystal Palace? I just think Aston Villa creates more chances in this game, and they will get a goal. Watkins is playing really good. I love Aston Villa to win this game. I think they win 2-0. Next game, we got Tottenham at the Wolverhampton Wolves. I got Wolves to win in an upset, man, and maybe that's me pouring down a little bit too hard on Tottenham. I mean, they were poor against Milan in the Champions League. We saw Sheffield United absolutely wax them last night. I know Tottenham's got the better players. I know Wolves was extremely disappointed against Liverpool. There's not a lot of excuses for it. I just think Wolves nick a goal here. I really felt like this Wolves team would evolve once they brought in Matheus Cunha, Zarabia. I really thought they would get better at creating chances, but they're not. They're not. Give me Wolves, and if you want to make it a safer bet, you go Wolves, draw no bet. I probably won't be touching this. Next match, we got Leicester at Southampton. Southampton is absolutely terrible. I got Leicester to win, draw no bet. Give me the draw protection here. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to make something real clear. If James Maddison plays, this is a damn money pick. This is one I am running to the bank, and then I'm putting the money down on Leicester. I really feel like Brendan Rodgers is getting a lot of undue slack. Like, I know the defense was absolutely terrible, but can we just look at the performance against Manchester United? The result obviously was absolutely terrible, and I'm not trying to sound like Sean Dice and be like the performance. Of course, the result matters. You don't get money if the result doesn't go your way. But I'm actually seeing this team with a new lifeline. With the Brazilian Tete, Iheanacho, he looks good, man. And this team just needs James Maddison. And I'm sure all of you guys saw what happened to Southampton last night. They deserve to be the worst team in this league. They're absolutely terrible. Changing Nathan Jones isn't going to help. Grimsby Town deserved to beat their ass last night. So I got Leicester to win. You could go draw no bet if you want that protection. Just look out for James Maddison, because if he doesn't play, Leicester just doesn't have the bite. Also, I really like the under 2.5 goals. Like I said earlier on Patreon, we hit an enormous bet with that Leeds Southampton match, under 2.5 goals. Southampton can't score, man. They can't attack, they can't pass, they can't defend. I'm going under the 2.5 goals as well. Next match, we got Everton at Nottingham Forest. Man, this is a tough one. My initial inclination is draw. Man, I'll tell you what. If Everton just had a number 9 that wasn't, that actually could play, that actually wasn't hurt and wearing high heels and all that stuff, they would have had more points than Sean Dice came in. They're pressing well. They're getting a lot of balls in the box. They're creating more chances than people think. I don't think people actually watch the games. They just say, oh, they're creating nothing. No, they're actually creating a lot. But the red-haired Sean Dice can't go in and fucking throw the ball in the net. The players on the field have to do that. I actually think Everton could pull an upset this game. I do kind of feel like the wheels are falling off for Nottingham Forest. I mean, they've been a little bit of a cash cow for me the last 9-10 weeks. but I'm not liking the finishing. I'm not liking the composure in the attacking third. I'm not liking the 3 defensive midfielders. I've liked what Scarp has added to the team. When you put in John Joe Shelby, that just reeks of desperation for me. That reeks of averageness. And in this league, you will get absolutely punished and woodshedded if you go average. And I just think Nottingham is too average. Everton will do something, man. The performances have been there. Of course, losing 4-0 against Arsenal, it sucks, absolutely sucks, and it looks bad. But like I said, I like how they're pressing. I like how they're creating chances. Maybe they'll get a goal, but draw if you want. Next match, game of the week, everyone seems to think. We got Manchester United at Liverpool. I got Manchester United to win. Now, this goes against gambling logic. I'm sure lots of newbies will be putting money on Man U. Liverpool can't defend. Liverpool's playing pretty bad. They look like a completely different team this year. Klopp looks like he's in absolute depression mode. I get it. But I just feel like Man U will be able to pull something off. My only worry and the only reason why I don't think I'll be betting this is look at how many games Man U's been playing the last 3-4 weeks. They're almost 2 games a week for the last 3 weeks. I do think that has some wear and tear. We know Liverpool isn't easy, even though they haven't been playing well. I got Man U to win, but I'm staying away from it. Monday night, last match of the week, we got Fulham at Brentford. Fulham's been awesome on double chance this year. I mean, if you've been betting Fulham double chance this year, you might damn near be a millionaire by now. It's tempting. Although the odds aren't as good as they were earlier in the season. I got Brentford to win. I think Brentford's due. They have a lot of rest coming into this game. The reason why it's not a money pick is because I'm a little bit worried about the last 2 performances I've seen from Brentford. They're not creating as many chances. They're not getting Ivan Toney involved in the game. I mean, if Brentford, we know when Ivan Toney gets touches in the box, we know that's when they're at their best. They've been going with a back 4 a lot, which they just play differently. I know Frank doesn't want to be outnumbered in the midfield, but this team needs to stick to a back 3. Don't be afraid to go long ball. Give the press on the opposition. I think Brentford squeaks a 1-0 win. Fulham is also a tired team. They've been playing 2 games a week, it seems like, for the last 3 weeks, while Brentford's been sitting at home. Give me Brentford to win. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the videos. Lawson Bet Soccer on YouTube. Let's get this money. I hope everyone has a great day.